Has a mentor ever given you a bad mentorship advice? Right. Let's start with that first.
When you finish your secondary school, you're done, you want to write post CTME, ETNE, and all of that. There's this one person your parents will say, I know this person is in that school. Let him put you through, let him guide you. That's an influence, a mentor kind of. And this person, whether intentionally or by experience, gave me an advice. When I wrote my post CTME, I had sort of a bad score, kind of. I had a very good WIC result, a very good JAM result, and proposed CTME was a little bad. So, but they don't just judge you with your post CTME, you get it. But he didn't know it as well. Yeah, you're saying, yeah, they can't admit you. And I took it. Like, he's my guy. He should know better. Yeah, he should know better. I took it, and I don't like to say unfortunately. I didn't know until the admission closed. So this
Because you stopped checking.
Ideally, my mentor has spoken. I'm a Christian. I fasted a whole day at a time trying to get admission to another school. But even with God, the mentor gave me a bad advice, and I took it completely. I had to spend another year in the house.
Hi guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, uncles and aunties, daddies and mommies. Welcome to Inside Chats with Timo Wale Studios. And this is where vibes meet wisdom. Today we're going to be having an interesting conversation. And to kick us off, I brought in people who are smarter than me. Yes, that is shocking. Well, it happens. They are smarter than me, and they're going to be talking about something really very interesting. We're talking about mentorship. Is it a relationship? Is it a way of guidance? Or is it just free therapy? You know, sometimes I think of mentorship as like dating in Lagos. It's really very, very difficult to get a good mentor or to be committed to a mentorship relationship, right? But don't let me do all the talking. I'm here today with really amazing people who are going to take us through this journey of mentorship. If it's truly key to success, or if it's just vibes, or if it's just one of those things that we have, right? So I'll just let them introduce themselves, starting from my immediate left. So yeah, we have TV here anyway. So I'm just gonna let them introduce themselves.
Okay, I'm Toby Victor Adiaga. That's TVA, a fashion entrepreneur and a scholarly assistant.
Interested, scholarly assistant. What does that mean?
We assist people in their studies. That's what it means.
Okay, great. You assist people to become scholars. I wish I met you when I was in university anyway. Probably like graduated with something better.
Probably.
Right, all right, let's go to it. Like, Deborah, what do you do?
My name is Deborah Anedo. I'm a family life practitioner. I help families and individuals to navigate unpleasant situations and to build a thriving family system for their family.
All right, Salvo.
All right. Thank you once again for having me. I'm Samuel Ibitola. I'm a sales manager in the brokerage industry. I specialize majorly in client acquisition and retention. And then I'm happy to be here basically, and then to share some of my knowledge.
Fantastic. I want to say I love your cap. Right, thank you. I love your cap. You know, there's this Yoruba thing about the Yoruba fila. Are you Yoruba? I am a Yoruba. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Great. So they said that if you try to go to the left, it is that you're married, or if you turn to the right, you're single.
I don't
think that applies. Do you think about that when you're
I don't think about it. I just put my cap on.
Anywhere it fits.
anywhere that works? You know, there was one time I was at a wedding, and I didn't know that there was this myth about, there was this whole thing. I don't know if it's a myth. There was this whole thing about the Yoruba fila and how you style it and how you wear it. Do you get? And this man just kept asking me that, where's your, I was single. He was like, where's your wife? I'm like, what's wrong with this man? Who told him I'm married? And right. And I just got to know when, you know, the alaga and all that, I got to know that, oh, there's a way you style your fila when you are married and when you're married. It's a whole thing.
What do you mean this is actually? It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. So if you are using the symbol, I think you should just go all in. Don't just do it anyhow.
Is it also part of family life balance that you do?
Culture. So if you are going about your culture, I think you should be well knowledge about it rather than just, I like it because it's actually cute, and then just use it.
But I like it. It's easy for me to just style it and put it on this.
The history and why do they do it that way? Why is it styled that way?
Sure.
It helps you.
It's not a problem to also decide to
To just put. What if I'm wearing the face that my wife will come?
So when he met you and he said, "Are you married? Why are you not doing it?" You're like, yes, you could have said yes, I'm married.
But he didn't ask me that. I was just asking for my wife. He didn't ask if I was married.
My wife is around.
I should go and say my wife is around. The wedding.
It fits now. Are you not fitting it?
Don't we go to weddings to go and look for husband and look for wife? I should not say my wife is around.
Around doesn't mean in that premises code. Around can be the
So
location.
I'm definitely not winning this round.
So let's get right into it, right?
Let's get right into it. So, like I said, we're talking about mentorship, right? And we're looking at it from the angle that is mentorship actually key to success, or is just an overrated concept? And like I said, it could be like dating in Lagos or Port Harcourt or wherever it is you want to call it, right? There are a lot of bad mentorship relationships, and we're trying to demystify that, or bring a certain sense of clarity to it. But first, I'm going to ask you this: have you ever had a bad mentorship experience, or has a mentor ever given you a bad mentorship advice? Right. Let's start with that first. Let me start with you, TVA.
Yes. Well, while I won't call the person a mentor at the time, but you can have a mentor for a time. Because it provides you with a guide for just the time.
It was not your mentor. That's deep. So I'm trying to.
Demystify what is your mentor at that time.
So it was not actually your mentor, but it was there to guide you for that.
For that time. Okay, when you finish your secondary school, you're done, you want to write for CTME, ETNE, and all of that. There's this one person your parents will say, I know this person is in that school. Let him put you through, let him guide you. That's an influence, a mentor kind of. And this person, whether intentionally or by experience, gave me an advice. When I wrote my post CTME, I had sort of a bad score, kind of. And he said, they can't give you admission.
Or sort of, or you had a bad.
It was
Really?
with the way we knew it at the time, it looked like a bad score. It was less than 50. But I eventually learned that they use composite result. I had a very good WAEC result, a very good JAM result, and proposed CTME was a little bad. So, but they don't just judge you with your post CTME. You get it. I didn't know in aggregate. Exactly. He didn't know it as well. Yeah, you're saying, well, they can't admit you. And I took it. Like, he's my guy. He should know better. Yeah,
Knowledge.
he should know better. I took it, and I don't like to say unfortunately. I didn't know until the admission was closed. So this
Because you stopped checking.
my mentor has spoken. I had to stop checking. In fact, I'm a Christian. I fasted a whole day at a time trying to get admission to another school. Not knowing that they won't even give you admission to another school when you've gotten one already. Well, I wouldn't say my fasting wasted, but probably learned
What was just somewhere like, oh, and
that's the truth. I was just there and like, you're fasting a whole day. Oh God, they give you admission somewhere. But even with God, the mentor gave me a wrong or a bad advice, and I took it completely. I had to spend another year in the house.
Wow.
So I had to wait for. Can you see that advice cost me a year?
Yeah.
Wow. So which means that the role of mentors, because I'm still going to come to ask around. I'm still going to come to ask you what mentorship is, right? So that we really understand it. Like for you now, a mentor gave you a word, and it was like the voice of God at the time in your life. So I will still come back to ask that. So are there boundaries to this thing, to this mentorship thing, right? But before I go there, do you want to share with us your?
Yeah, I would want to speak about an instance in school too. I had already gained admission. Okay. Let me just put a background to the story. I was admitted into school from P degree. So during P degree, I was a bright student. I mean, I was very bright. I mean, 1 to 10 of the total number of students that graduated in P degree, I'm sure I was one of them, right? So, but I got into the course I wanted. I started 100 level. Then I came into a gathering of believers, Christians, okay? They were more knowledgeable than I am, Shoshede, like they'll say in Yoruba, you're just coming into the system. So, yeah, JJC. So you need people to point you in the way and all of that. So I just got into their gathering. Of course, I'm a believer. I want to pray with people, talk about the scriptures with people and all of that. So it happened that in that gathering, one of the quotes or one of the things they would say from time to time is, they would talk down on academics. I can't remember how they used to say it, but they would talk down on academics and exalt your communion and your fellowship with God above it. Yeah, it's of course it's exalted above it, but at that time, what granted you access to become
A part of that.
part of that fellowship or that gathering is your studentship. If you lose that, you would lose that fellowship as well. So they did not prioritize the studentship, the academic part of it, and then it was misleading at that time because I trusted their ideas, I trusted what they said, I trusted the prayers and the time that we had together. I was close to them at that time. Like you said, it was just for that moment. I think about maybe first semester, second semester, 100 levels, first semester 200 level, I stopped. Do you understand? Because when I saw my second semester 100 level result, I was like, this cannot be it. Do you understand? So I knew something was wrong somewhere. It was those, it's a mindset that had been planted in me by these people I trusted as mentors at that time to guide me. And then it was really very poor for my academics at the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm learning quite a lot from this conversation. And first is that the mentor role in the life of a person or of an individual is very pivotal, which means that you take their word as the ultimate, or you take their word to the highest level of guidance and leadership, right? Another thing again that you said is that in a mentor relationship, there is trust involved, right? And that trust can either be for good or it could be in the negative side of things, right? Detrimental. We're going to still come back to that. Deborah, what would you say that is mentorship? And I believe that your definition is going to really give us a foundation for the rest of this conversation. I'm not trying to put in a tight spot. Right. But
That's fine.
right. But really, what should mentorship relationships, what should it be like?
Let's pick it up from relationship. So it's a form of relationship where a person who is well experienced and well knowledgeable is guiding, like you said, supporting, leading, either formally or informally, someone that is less or not knowledgeable. So you might have knowledge about something, but maybe not vast, or you might have. So is you're leading someone that is less knowledgeable or less experienced. So now a mentor have to be vast with experience and also with knowledge before you can say, okay, so any mentee now has to be somebody that, okay, I think this person has 30 years experience in, let me use my course, social work, and I want to follow. So I'm just like a graduate. So that's up there, and I'm here to learn. But I think that's where you fall in because you just took its word for it. Well, this guy has gone to school, he has passed through this level.
Yeah.
So it should be experiences so not just an expectation, the person has to really be that experience so that you'll be able to guide aright and give that direction. So that's a mentorship experience. So one person is knowledgeable, and well experienced, while the other person is less or no knowledge or less or no experience at all, wants to move to that path. That's a mentorship.
That's very interesting. Just to be clear, does the years of experience in terms of length, right, does it affect or does it determine if a person should be a mentor or not? For example, now let's say I work in digital marketing,
Okay.
right, and I have 5 or 7 years of experience working in digital marketing. Does that qualify me to be a mentor, or I need to have more years of experience to be a mentor?
Anybody that is coming to work in that marketing firm with no experience, but the fact that you have 7 years of experience,
Or two?
or two, even though it's just 1 year's experience, that's even though it's 6 months, that because while you're in the system already, you've experienced something. So now this person is coming to ride on your experience. So now some people see it as, oh, I find it easy. I'm like, oh, how did, because why? Somebody has gone ahead. And with your experience, you'll be like, okay, you know what? I think you should be coming early because this days I don't like, one of your ethics is not good. And your work needs to be tidy. Don't do your Excel report. Don't do your report like, so you are giving that person guidance. And when they present it, we're like, oh, and they were like, how long have you been working? And the person will be like, just 1 month. And they'll be like, 1 month and your work. But none of that, the person is riding on someone's 6 months or 2 years experience already
Yes.
to present their own drawn. So that's why I see it as a key to success. You can ride on people's knowledge and experience, even though we are just starting. It helps you avoid the errors and the mistake they made because I'll tell you the lesson they've learned along the way.
Wow. Really profound. I just want to add to what she's been saying since. I mean, something has stuck with me for a very long time now. I think since I was in 200 level. At that time, we would used to go to Ibadan from Abeokuta for conferences as fellowship ESCOs, right? So, Pastor Femi Emmanuel, a very known pastor in Nigeria, he would say something to us. He would say, the best way to light your candle is to lit it from an already lit candle. That's mentorship. Instead of looking for a matchbox, instead of looking for a lighter, there's somebody who is burning as bright or as loud as you'd want him, as you'd want to be, rather. So you can simply put your candle to ease, and then you both can shine together. So I think for me, that's like the foundation for mentorship. Someone who is doing or has attained a level of intelligence or a level of success, and then you can key into what helped him to achieve that, and then you can also build the same. Wow. Well, that's really pretty.
If I had something on experience, length of time doesn't exactly equate to experience. What some people call experience, when they say I have 30 years of experience, what they mean when they say that, some people, what they mean, I spent 30 years here. And the equality of experience of 30 years, sometimes the wealth you find in it might not be as much as somebody that has been actively involved for just 7 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I work in the fashion industry, and I can tell you that you can be more successful than some of your mentors because they can tell you what to do and you do it better than the way they've done it. And so that's experience. That's why mentorship in its simplest form is a simple guide. The person might not lead you to exactly where you are going to, but can give you answers on how you can get to where you're going. It doesn't have to take you to where he has been to. In that sense, although there are some few that the person wants to take you to where he has been.
Yeah.
Why there are some that the person is just going to guide you on how to get to where you want to get to. So mentorship is not exactly somebody is somewhere and he wants to bring you to where he has gotten to. In fact, you can go faster and higher than the person in a short time because you have more resources, you have more experience, not experience, you have more resources, you have more people that you see more stuff.
Yes, it's interactive areas, more activities.
Exactly. Yeah. That the person might even have spent 50 years in our industry, but what they had at the time is not what you have right now. You can take their advice, merge with the new technology you have around here, and zoom, go.
Yeah.
You're high there.
Wow. This is really profound. Thank you so much. I'm sure that there is so much gems from what we've discussed so far, what we're talking about so far. But just to move us further, what else? Have you ever ghosted a mentor? How is it a mentor? There you ghost the mentor. Have you ever ghosted a mentor? Who has ghosted a mentor? Deborah, have you ever ghosted a mentor?
Oh, okay. Not okay. The choice of word, not ghosted.
Okay, I like it. I know. You know, you like to just change the things I ask you and just answer your own. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go on.
I won't say ghosts. We're still in communication and all of that, but what I wanted, the person could know just by coming closer. Okay, this is the thing. I had it. Okay, this person has done this. I think I can gain some things with them. And if I want to go that lane, and if I'm the one pursuing it, I'm always proactive and very calculative. So I'll go study your word, be your work, buy your books to encourage you. So that if I want to start a conversation with you, it's going to be your work, not me. I'm the one coming to. So it's going to be your work just to get your attention. And along the way, I realized that because I'm always definite with what I want. The person is not like, okay, their goal kind of is not in alignment with how I do my thing, like my own life value. I'm like, oh, good person, nice, but the life value is not like, okay, I can't do some certain things that are like, okay, you know what, this won't work, but just like an armless. But I didn't say it. So not like, hello, hi, how are you? Hi. But that's intentional and deliberate investment of time wasn't there again because I know that my value will be messed up at the end of the day if I owe. But the person is they are good at their work.
Just in case the person is watching.
That question you asked goes, she changed the question, and let me bring a structure to what she's saying, in the sense that some mentorship can be timed. In fact, you can be done with mentorship. It can be done. So sometimes I've been a mentor to a few persons. I'll say a few persons, and so when mentors think that these mentees ghosted, no, they are done. At that time, they are done. You might not be able to provide them with more information to get them to the next level. You've done your bit.
Yeah.
They've gotten what they want.
Exactly. That's why this part of definition of mentorship as a relationship is there should be a frame to it. Some can be endless, and some can actually be timed. So if you just want to stick there and say, I know my mentor for the rest of my life will be sent, and the person is done, and then you let the person to get.
Another thing is another thing is you can even outgrow that mentor.
Yeah.
Like what you said at the beginning. So I used to be a part of a fellowship way back then, and then many of the things, they brought us up in faith, okay, brought us up in so many things, but it got to a point where we knew we ourselves could go out there and do stuff for ourselves, right? So not that we left the fellowship to go and do stuffs, but we just knew that what they were teaching was still very elementary to where we have now grown into, and then we wanted to do more, but they were like capped at where they were. So, but we wanted to push out for more, so we just had to like leave, not like out of disagreement or something. You just knew that, okay, my time here is up. I've learned all that I need to get from here. Now I can push for greater things.
Wow. That means it's very good for both mentors and mentees, or especially for mentors, to know when your mentor or your protege has now become a mentor. Right? It means that, like you said, you said you can outgrow a mentor. You also said that mentorship can be timed for a specific period of time. And a prodigy will always also become a master. Okay, bring other people under his own capacities and then begin to mentor them. So,
Well, so can I bring a little balance to that?
yeah.
We're in a generation of people becoming dishonorable over time. That you don't exactly need the words of a particular person anymore at a time. Doesn't mean you would not need it again. So that place of honor must be left. You have to remain honorable. You have to still honor this person has led you here. Some of the mistakes some of our generation make is that because if you have this person, I'm done here. In fact, you are not just one of the best guys. You have been to places the person has never been before. The person only dreamt about being there. Then you just saw your face from afar. You don't pass it. No. You see, honor, you have to leave it there, because what the person gave you at a time brought you where you've been, or brought where you are right now. So you must not. In fact, I must tell you that a time is coming. You still need one or more advice from that same person. It might not be the daily relationship thing anymore. That's I just want to make a decision. What should I do? It might not be that anymore. It might be something biannual or annual. But I'm telling you that once you leave a place of honor there, they say a time you would need maybe just a question or an answer from that person. So you have to, it's timed, but it's not like you just shut the door, throw the keys inside the ocean. No. You must leave a place where you can always come back to knock. Somebody did something at a time, and they said in Yoruba that it is not all door that is slam. The door that is slam, you can't go back. You don't jam door, they go now. But you close it quietly. You've closed it already. Quiet me because you could still come back. But you say, I'm done here, you slam the door back. You beg to come back.
So the person has the memory of that. Well, you don't slam the door when you were leaving.
Yeah. Can I share something?
Yeah, of course.
When I was defining, I say relationship. I feel the word has been overflogged, or we don't really get the meaning of that relationship. Relationship can be formal or informal, any form, business, personal, intimate, and all. So when I say relationship, is in the sense that first you have to cherish relationship. No man is an island. We are all social beings. We have to cherish relationship. Piggyback to what you're saying.
That is social worker coming up.
We have to cherish relationship. And this is how it is. People get disappointed because we have misplaced expectation on relationship.
Yeah.
You can be like, okay, because this is your friend, or this is your colleague. You place friendship, relationship on colleague. You place fatherhood relationship on your mentor, and then your expectation would it's not like it's not in alignment.
No, yeah.
Exactly. So this is something about mentorship. Place different expectations. I can say everybody, yes, maybe because we want to be nice to each other. We just say, "Hey, I have friends. But then again, friendship has different levels. We have the strangers, the acquaintance, the close pal, the intimate, and the inner circle. Same way Jesus has the 70, he has the 12, then he has the 3, and then he has 1, John the beloved. So there's a level to this thing. And same way, mentorship. Like what you say, you don't just close because you know that this person is not me. My belief is to have if I'm a mentor and somebody is, as you're meeting me, my belief is you have to surpass me. I don't know if everybody have that belief, but if you're secure enough, I'm not just investing in because people I'm meeting, I'm riding on their knowledge and their experience so that at the end of the day, I'll show so far. So they do something with 30 years and I'm using that 30 years adding to me. That within 10 years, I should achieve more. That when others come to meet me, even though I say 10 years, I'll tell them, no, this is not just 10 years. This is Dr. Caroline Lee, 30 years. This is Preso, 20 years. I'll start calling their name and add it together. This is like ancestral. And so this is the thing. I don't talk to them if I've outgrown or... So anytime I'm coming to them, it's going to be like more of consultancy and then again, a place of honor. Before I can come to them and they'll give me all their resources. Over this time around, I'm coming to them. Every advice they give me, I will have to give something back. Just to keep, because I know that I will not come back again. But if I'm coming back again, the last memory or feeling they'll have about me that, oh, the last time she came, she brought this, she made us feel this, or she sent me a ticket for spa. You have to cherish the relationship, even though you don't talk to them every time.
Yes.
Just keep them there for a reason. Not because of anything. You might need somebody to cry to when you feel rejected. And those that knows you from very foundation, that know your personal behavior, like, okay, I think this is real. So we shouldn't just jettison and throw people away because we are actually done. Don't shut the door. You might not talk to them every day, but whenever you think of them, maybe their birthdays, you can be so intentional that, okay, their birthdays, I'll do this.
So
Just to keep
that relation.
that relationship. I'm like, oh, I thought about this person. Send a sweet text, a sweet note. But their expertise might not be relevant to me again, but so you did something in my life and I'm not throwing that away. So we should not be too fast to just throw people out. Like what you say, slam the door.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, I said at the beginning of the show, I said that I brought in people who are smarter than. Like, I know it's shocking. It doesn't happen. But yeah, it's fine. All right. It's been quite an insightful conversation, to be very honest. And I understand that, we're talking about is mentorship a key to success or is just an overrated concept? And from what you've shared, I know that our viewers would already pick the answers that mentorship is actually really important. But just to hear from you, really, let's start with you, Samuel. How important is mentorship in the work that you do? You are a sales expert, right? So how would you say that mentorship has impacted it? Has it been a key to your success?
Well, interesting. Mentorship has been a very important key to my rising. I mean, I entered the sales and marketing industry as a novice. The only thing I knew was, I didn't even know anything. I mean, that was just...
The only thing you knew was that you don't know anything.
Was nothing.
I know that.
I just got into the field and then somebody referred me and said, okay, there's an opportunity here, you get into it. And then I got into it. But good enough for the organization that I got into. They were very big on trainings, big on mentorship. So you had a manager, you had a team lead, you had someone by your side who would always put you through. So it made the work easier for me when I got in. So it scaled me at a exponential rate to the top. I'm saying to the top. Do you understand? So somebody would see me and say, have you done this and this? And he would check my work. That's at the end of the day. The manager checks my order and it's like, you've done what you're supposed to do. You've reached out to the people you're supposed to reach out to. You have what's it called? You have what's it called? Again, you have recorded your report as you're supposed to have recorded it. Do you understand? So it made sense because somebody was there to guide you. Not just the manager, there was a team lead, there was also someone by the side that was there for me. So I think mentorship is very, very key to how her able to rise up.
Wow, especially when it comes to because you have even given a whole different twist to it, that it's not just mentorship in terms of it's not just mentorship in terms of other parts of your life, like relationship, or you look for somebody that you look up to who has a better marriage, but mentorship in terms of the corporate system, which means that your team leader and the people that are above you also had a kind of mentorship relationship with them, and that's pretty very interesting.
The only difference is they are paid for it.
They are paid to be your mentor.
They are paid to guide you.
They are paid mentorship right now. No free time for double sometime.
For you, Deborah, how would you say that mentorship has impacted the work that you do?
Okay.
Or is just or you feel like in the work that you do, you don't really need a mentor?
Oh my goodness. I do. I work with people. So, and we know people will always be people. So, because of, there's not like we can't box somebody. People are just unique. The way I work with one person is different from the way I work with another person, another family. And so, that means I will need vast knowledge, vast experience, vast information, and also having wonderful people, somebody that I've gone ahead and I've worked with over 1,000 clients, and person share their stories and experience, just sharing up like, so people can do like that. So it just gives me like, so if I want to do like, oh no, you have to have your rate card. People are like this. No, you have to have a legal, like, so because of that, I just have a legal term, because somebody can come and say this today, and tomorrow they'll say no. And then they're bringing their lawyer. But I've learned it has happened to somebody before. So I've added it to my own, because people with Devi, so it has been a wonderful experience riding on their experience and their knowledge to be and champion my own work as a family life practitioner. So
Wow, that's thank you so much for sharing that. So that means mentorship is or has been a pivotal ladder for you in the work that you do, because you also mentioned that if you have a mentor who has had 30 years of experience in the field where you want to work and you are just starting, you're not starting with zero level of experience. You're starting with 30 years of experience. Is the issue?
like if I've approached and invested in their work, because you have to be their research worker right now. I don't really do. Okay, so basically, Dr. Caroline Leaf, she's not a Nigerian person. So what I do is, instead of researching again, knowing Nigerian behaviors and everything, because I've lived there, I have an idea. So I'll just speak our work, our terminology, and our research system and a framework. I use it here rather than building from scratch. And she used like how many 25 years to build that thing up. And me, I just buy the material, pick, and so when I'm bringing up a framework and be like, oh my God, this is a nice framework. Somebody used 25 years in
You to build that framework.
so now I'm just like over 5 years, and so it's like, so I can add and say, okay, yes, I might be just having over 5 years experience, but this framework that I indigenized came from someone that have over 30 years of experience. So I can add that. So they have to be like an
That's interesting. Okay. So yes, let's hear from you, so TDA. Has mentorship impacted the work that you do as a fashion entrepreneur?
Yeah, you see, before I go into my own field, there are certain field or career paths to get into. You can't succeed without a mentor. You need it. You can't succeed without a mentor. If in fact, you want to do certain things and you just come out of the blues and say, I'm starting this thing. Somebody had done it before. The sacrifice you want to pay, that blood you want to shed, in quote, somebody has shed it before. You just have to write on the sacrifice of that same person and build up like it's a chain. You understand it? So for my own kind of field, the kind of mentors we have in our own industry would have to give you, generally that's what it should be. Your mentor should give you information or advice that you can make do with resources that you have. If you have somebody that has a 5 billion naira company and you just have 1 million, if he wants to advise you, when he gives you an information or advice, you need to bring it, localize it to what you can make do with it. So that's what we've done. In fact, you have a small room, you want to start something, and somebody has a very big space. You have to localize the information you are getting, and this is what we have been able to do. Even recently, I needed to make a decision. As you heard that there are certain peers that don't just see them as mere peers, they are your mentors. If they've gone ahead of you, I have to just chat two, three person and like, when you wanted to do something like this, what did you do? They said they did this, did that, and I took it up already. In fact, I just needed to verify a little, and I used information immediately because if I go ahead to do it without getting advice from some of those people, the mistake they learned, I will learn it by myself. And sometimes it costs you your time, money, and effort, even your emotions. and sleepless night. So they've gone through it. I don't know whether they were the ones that went through it or the friends that gave them the advice. It's a chain. So the purpose of mentorship is such that you don't have to go through the same struggle someone has gone through before. Let them give you a head start. I've done this before. Just do it like this. Make decision. See, this thing you want to do. Okay? Don't have too many sources of income now. Face one. Let it stabilize it. Then move to the next. I've been here before. That's the way mentors are. So in my own area, every day I make use of mentors. I can tell you. I might not exactly call them my mentors, but once I can call you and guide me, like mentor.
Put them in that box.
Wow. Thank you so much, my smart guest. You're smarter than me.
Smart host.
Tomatoes.
Giving us
Thank you very
drilling
much.
questions.
Love it. I think I will add that to my bio. Smart host. Wow. All right. Just to wrap this up, let's just play a game very briefly. So I'm going to read out a couple of scenarios, and you're going to just tell me if that is a mentor or a menace, right? Did you get that? So I'm going to read out some scenarios. I want you to say it at once. That's what makes it fun, right? So for example, if I say that a mentor says, I believe in you, but never replies your messages.
Okay, we'll say it together. Minute.
It's happy. You see now, you just listen. So a mentor says, I believe in you, but never responds to your messages.
Menace.
Everybody's supposed to say to that.
Let's just together.
You're supposed to say, no, mentor or menace.
Menace.
Yeah. It's always, it doesn't matter if you said menace or you say mentors. Do you get it now?
Oh, okay. Right.
So let's go to the next one.
Say that one again because I will say mentor, not menace.
A mentor says, I believe in you, but never replies your emails or your messages.
Okay, menace. All right.
A mentee messages you hi every morning with no context.
Menace.
Obviously. A mentor sends you 7 TED Talks, 3 PDFs, and a podcast, but no personal advice.
Mentor.
Mentor.
Okay. A mentee asks for funding just after 2 calls.
Menace.
Menace.
A mentor constantly uses you as a case study in their Instagram caption. Mentor or menace?
Let's go back again. Sorry.
A mentor constantly uses you as a case study in their Instagram captions.
Menace.
A mentor is always sending you on errands. Mentor or menace?
In between, I mean,
Menace. It depends.
Errands don't have anything to do with
It's like buying fufu amara. Menace.
All right.
What's the errand that has to do with like in projects, a conference? Mentor. Because I want to be a part.
Send an errand to US.
Now you're talking.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for watching up until this time. We've had such an interesting conversation, and it's been an absolute joy hosting these 3 smart people in their own field. I believe that if you watch onto this point, you understand that mentorship is a key to success and is not an overrated concept. We also learned in this episode that mentorship in its simplest form is guide, right? And anybody that offers you that guide and that assistance can be a mentor to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is Daffy Richards and I've been your host, and it's been such a fantastic pleasure. Till we come your way again next time, this has been Inside Chats with T. Mowale Studio. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.